the online video lecture series on electromagnetic waves. In the last discussion, we discussed about Maxwell's equation and the Maxwell's equation for time varying components. Okay. Now we are going to do some sort of applications of the Maxwell's equation, that is, how this particular Maxwell's equation is helping us to define electromagnetic waves. Okay. So before entering into that, I would like to discuss the various modifications for the Maxwell's equation with respect to the medium. That's what Maxwell's equations for different medium. Okay. So let us recall the time varying Maxwell's equation. Del dot D equal to rho v. Del dot B equal to 0. We had these two as the fundamentals. Del cross E equal to minus dou V by dou T. Del cross H is equal to J plus dou D by dou T. It was the Maxwell's equation we discussed and we derived in the previous sessions. Now, in this Maxwell's equation, especially with respect to time varying component, if I define there is an electric field that will be source for the magnetic field. So you should know some fundamental concepts. If there is an electric field, the source here is charge. If there is a magnetic field, the source is not there, which means it is not starting from a north pole or not starting at the south pole. Then how that particular magnetic field came, that is what I discussed in the last session. It is the combined effect of the spin of that particular electron. Or from this equation we would like to define an electric field can be created from a magnetic field, or a magnetic field can be created from the electric field, which means from these two Maxwell's equations, especially the last two Maxwell's equations, if there exists an electric field, definitely there will be a magnetic field, which is a combination of electromagnetic waves. Okay, we call it as EM waves, the waves which we are using for our mobile phones for transmitting in the free space. Anywhere you go wireless, which means it is a electromagnetic waves. Please do remember that. Now, if I define these electromagnetic waves in the free space, okay, in the free space, definitely in the free space there is no charge. If there is no charge, please recall, in free space, let us say charge Q equal to 0, there is no charge. If that is the case, definitely rho v will be 0, because charge is 0 means charge density also 0. And you should know J equal to sigma E, which says current density J is a function of conductivity. What is the conductivity? It depends on the free space. Okay, in the free space, conductivity is not there. In general, can I have a current in this particular free space? No. Which means current cannot propagate in the free space directly. Which means charge is not there. Means conductivity is also 0. Am I right? If conductivity is not there, then how come a current will go? You say in reverse. If current is not going, then conductivity will be 0. So I would like to say, in free space, this is the major issue. Sigma equal to 0, therefore J is also 0. So from this definitions, J is equal to 0, I am going to put 0 here. Rho v is equal to 0, I am going to put here. Then my statement is, in free space, let us recall, del dot D equal to 0, del dot B equal to 0, del cross E equal to minus dou V by dou T, del cross H is equal to dou D by dou T. What happened to J? J becomes 0. What happened to rho V? Becomes 0. Okay. So this is the modified Maxwell's equation only for the free space. I would like to say Maxwell's equation in different medium. Okay. Better we can make the title Maxwell's equation in different medium. Right. Sir, some more modification I am going to do, sir. What is this E? Field intensity. What is this D? Flux density. Field intensity, flux density. I don't like that calling in a same equation intensity as well as density. Intensity is nothing but strength. Density is nothing but crowdness, okay, congestion, okay, population, I can say. So why can't we modify one in terms of in free space? Since we discussed in free space, D equal to epsilon naught E, you should know because for the permittivity, and let us say B equal to mu naught H. Okay. From these equations, if you substitute, what will be my result? Del dot D instead of T, epsilon naught E equal to 0, del dot mu naught H is equal to 0, del cross E equal to minus dou by dou T of mu naught H, del cross H is equal to dou by dou T of epsilon naught E. Now, if you take this epsilon naught outside and bring this in, it will become 0, even the mu naught also. So, if you do some more modifications here, then I would like to bring del dot E equal to 0, and let us say del dot H is equal to 0, del cross E equal to minus dou by dou T H. I would like to bring the mu naught here, minus mu naught, and del cross H equal to epsilon naught dou E by dou T. Okay, we are ready with some equations. Let us say equation 1, 2, 3, 4. And who is these 4 equations? They are also Maxwell's equation in free space only in terms of intensity. Okay, intensity, only in terms of intensity. Okay, so I would like to define Maxwell's equation in free space defined only in terms of field intensities at A. From equation 3 and 4, what is the conclusion? If there is a magnetic field which gives you curl of electric field, if there is a electric field which gives you curl of magnetic field, so I would like to say, if there is a magnetic field, let us say there is a magnetic field, so H is nothing but magnetic field, that is going to give you a curl of electric field. So curl of electric field, always magnetic field forms a loop we defined, and the electric field is also right now in time varying condition forms the loop curl. Okay, and both are perpendicular to each other because of the cross product. Cross product says result is perpendicular to this. Okay, H should be perpendicular to E. Now what I concluded, if there is a magnetic field, this like dotted line, which gives you electric field. If there is a electric field, that should give you a magnetic field. Okay, we are ready with one more magnetic field like this. If there is a magnetic field, that should give you electric field. So let us have one more electric field like this. Again, it should give you one more magnetic field like this. But the direction changes because of the sinusoidal alternative. Because I told dou by dou T, it is an alternative component. So what is conclusion? Electric field, magnetic field, electric field, magnetic field. It is combination of electromagnetic wave. Such a electromagnetic wave is propagating in the free space like this. So I would like to call this as electromagnetic waves. Okay, EMW. That is what our major aim behind this subject. Okay. Anyhow, if there is an electromagnetic wave, and if this particular wave propagating in the free space, in this location, how much value? In this location, how much value? How to define mathematical representation of this particular wave is our next technique. Okay, we will discuss that before. Just make a note of it. If we define this is electromagnetic waves, a waves is a combination of electric field as well as magnetic field. It's a combination. Such wave propagates in free space. Okay, and since it is perpendicular to each other, if there is an electromagnetic wave like this, electric field is like this, magnetic field will be like this. For this particular plane, perpendicular will be propagation, which means if you have x-axis electric field, then definitely there will be y-axis magnetic field. Okay, so because perpendicular to each other, that's what we are defining. If there is an x-axis electric field, then definitely there will be y-axis magnetic field. To this plane, which contains x and y, to this plane, perpendicular will be your wave propagation, which means if you have electric field like this, it will be like this. Magnetic field, it will be like this. Then the both electric field and the magnetic field will try to propagate perpendicular to that, which is perpendicular to the plane. That is the reason we call it as plane wave. What does it mean, plane wave? The propagation is perpendicular to the plane containing, plane means a sheet, containing electric field and magnetic field. and that particular plane wave is uniform everywhere, equal everywhere, because it is a function of epsilon naught and mu naught. Since both are constant, constant means what? It won't change. That is the reason it's called constant. Since it is constant everywhere, it is uniform everywhere, equal everywhere. So we call it as uniform plane wave. Okay, please do remember that. Okay, uniform plane wave. Such a wave, I need a mathematical representation, because since it is varying, as I told you, it is varying, I need a mathematical representation. Okay, let us do derivation for that. From equation 3, let us bring equation 3. Del cross E equal to minus mu naught dou H by dou. That is equation number 3. Okay. Take curl on both sides. What do you mean by curl? Curl means del cross. Okay. Curl means del cross. Take curl on both sides. This side also del cross. This side also del cross. Okay. Del cross E equal to del cross minus mu naught dou H by dou T. Both sides I took del cross. Okay. It's simple analysis. And what is this del cross E? From vector identity, del cross A equal to del into del dot A minus del square A, which we discussed in the beginning. Okay. So we do the vector identity curl of a curl. Curl of a curl we can bring from vector identity. I would like to bring del of del dot E minus del square E. Okay, this is left hand side. Right hand side is very simple. Minus mu naught, you take it common. Dou by dou T is also outside. Result will be del cross H. So this is equal to 0, which is from equation number 1. Am I right? From equation number 1, that is 0. And I am going to substitute equation number 4 here. Del cross H, equation number 4 here. Since it becomes 0, the result will be minus del square E equal to minus mu naught dou by dou T. Who is del cross H available? Epsilon naught dou E by dou T. Right? Epsilon naught dou E by dou T. Next, still I would like to bring both sides minus will get cancelled. Del cross E equal to mu naught epsilon naught dou square E divided by dou T square. Okay. So let us see one of the important second order partial differential equation. Okay. It is a second order because del square. Del is nothing but dou by dou x. So it is second order partial differential equation, which is equation for your electromagnetic wave. I am sorry, only for the electric field. There is no magnetic field. Okay. So let us say this is equation number A. Okay. I would like to make it separately. Del cross E equal to epsilon naught mu naught dou square E divided by dou T square. Let us say equation number A. Keep it pending. In the same way, I can even do for equation number 4. Instead of starting from 3, I can start from 4. And I can bring the same second order equation for magnetic field also. Let us do. Just make a note of that. Let us start second order equation for magnetic field. Okay, instead of starting from 3, I would like to start from equation number 4. Just recall. Equation number 4. Del cross H. Same steps. Okay. Equal to epsilon naught dou E by dou T. That was our equation number 4. Again, same steps I told. Take curl on both sides. The result will be del cross H equal to del cross epsilon naught dou E by dou T. From vector identity, already we discussed. This can be rewritten as del of del dot H minus del square H equal to epsilon naught dou by dou T common del cross E. And from equation number 2, this will be 0. Okay, so from equation number 2, del dot H equal to 0. So this will be 0. So this whole term will be 0. Instead of del cross E, I can substitute equation number 3 if that is the case. minus del square H equal to epsilon naught dou by dou t of, instead of del cross E, minus mu naught dou by dou t H. Okay, we make it. Just we will merge. Minus del cross H equal to minus epsilon naught mu naught dou square H by dou t square. Am I right? Epsilon naught mu naught, just I merge it. Since both side minus, I can just cancel both side. I can say this is equation number B, which says second order partial differential equation for magnetic field, second order partial differential equation for electric field. Okay, so let us rearrange. Del cross H equal to epsilon naught mu naught dou square H by dou t square. Let us say equation number B. And you please have a look, both examples are the same because both are equal. If how the electric field exists, the same way magnetic field also exists, and both are highly interlinked. Okay, keep it pending. Some more modifications we have to do. Still, some modifications we have to do in your second order partial differential equations. What is that modification? I would like to prove that why it is called uniform. Okay, that concept also we have to do. At the same time, the wave is going in the free space. At what speed the wave will go? Even that also we need to define. Okay, so keep all this in constraint. And in general, you might have learned in electrical V equal to Vm sin omega t. Am I right? And I equal to Im cos omega t. Whatever may be, because the wave is a sinusoidal. If it is applicable for voltage and current, then why not it is applicable for electric field also? Let us say E equal to Em sin omega t. Let us say. Okay, instead of voltage I am giving you electric field. Even you can have magnetic field also, nothing wrong about that. Okay, you can say H is equal to Hn sin omega t, and since it is 90 degree to each other, I can say Hn cos omega t, nothing wrong. M stands for maximum. Okay, Vm is maximum value, and it is a sinusoidal. Now, one general statement I would like to say: in case if I differentiate with respect to time, dou by dou t of E, differentiate with respect to time, the result will be Em sin omega t will be cos omega t. Differentiation of sin is cos omega t into omega. Again, if you do differentiation, dou square E by dou t square, if you do, because my aim is to bring what is this dou square E by dou t square, then if you again differentiate omega Em, cos differentiation minus sin omega t, again one more omega will become, it becomes omega square. Then, can we define this term is nothing but E? Who is E? Em sin omega t. Okay, so if you recall, it is minus omega square E. That's all. So dou square E by dou t square is nothing but minus omega square E. That knowledge you should have. Is it possible to write even this in the same way? Omega E, because Em cos omega t. No sir, you will say no sir. But just one simple analysis. What is the basic difference between sin omega t and cos omega t? Is nothing but 90 degree. It is nothing but 90 degree. In case if you have a sinusoidal wave here and the cos wave will be, okay, there will be a phase shift of 90 degree. And you should also know the difference between sin and cos is 90 degree, and j is the term which indicates 90 degree. Even that also you should know, because e power j theta, if you recall, cos theta plus j sin theta, and if you put theta value, automatically you will get it 90 degree. Let's check it. E power j 90 is nothing but cos 90 plus j sin 90. Cos 90 is nothing but 0. Sin 90 is nothing but 1. So answer is D. What we concluded? The result is J. That J indicates 90 degree. Okay. Now, from this analysis, I would like to say the difference between sin and cos is 90 degree. That is a phase shift of 90 degree, which can also be represented as J. Then, sir, there is no much difference between sin and cos. It is just a matter of 90 degrees, sir. So, if I write this as E, sir, there is a 90 degree. Can I put J? That's all. Okay. So what is the J indicates? It is a phase difference of 90 degree. No sir, I would like to say what is that particular meaning. Then we would like to represent just with a small letter S, that S indicates phasor. Okay, that S indicates phasor. That is the phase difference of 90 degree. So even here also I would like to read the same word. And even if you do here also, I would like to say dou square hs divided by dou t square. That should be minus omega square hs will be there. That is the phase difference of 90 degree will be there. Okay. So try to keep this in your mind. Dou hs by dou t should be j omega hs. Okay. So keep that knowledge with you. Now, if you enter into this particular Maxwell's equation, what is equation number A? Let us try to recall. Del square E equal to epsilon naught mu naught. Who is dou square E by dou t square? Dou square E by dou t square is equal to minus omega square Es. I can say minus omega square Es. Then even this is also yes. Then I would like to recall del square Es is equal to minus omega square epsilon naught mu naught Es. Please do remember. In the same way, if you bring equation number B, come and recall. Del square H equal to, please repeat, epsilon naught mu naught dou square H by dou t square. That dou square H by dou t square can be replaced as minus omega square hs. Okay, can be replaced with minus omega square hs. Then if you rewrite del square hs, if it is phasor, this also a phasor representation. Minus omega square epsilon naught mu naught hs. Okay, just you can. Now still I am going to do a small modification. Just you will take a small term called k naught. Okay, just a constant. Since it is free space, mu naught, especially for free space. If this k naught is not there, k, if it is the case, then it is for any medium. What is k naught square? Is nothing but omega square epsilon naught mu naught. Let us remember. Then what should be k naught? K naught is nothing but root of. Then it is omega into root of epsilon naught mu naught. Please keep this in your mind. This is called a wave constant. Okay? This is called a wave constant. More detail we will discuss later. Now, if you rewrite this particular equation, then I would like to say del square Es equal to minus, instead of omega square epsilon naught, I can write k naught square, minus k naught square Es, and from this del square Hs is equal to minus k naught square Hs. Okay. These two are wave equations, or I can say Helmholtz wave equation. Helmholtz is a professor in the university and his student is Hertz, Heinrich Hertz. And Hertz, after following this, he tried to define if this wave is going in the free space with the second order equation going in the free space with the propagation constant k naught, what should be the frequency? That is what the omega came into picture. That frequency of that particular movement he brought as the hertz. Okay. So please do remember, Helmholtz wave equation is nothing but wave equation of uniform plane wave in free space. Okay. This is what the concept you would like to say. At the same time, this is called a wave constant, and I can also say the velocity c is nothing but 1 by root of epsilon naught mu naught. You try to calculate c 1 by root of epsilon naught mu naught, automatically your velocity of the wave will come into picture. It is nothing but velocity of the light. Okay. So we conclude this particular electromagnetic wave goes at a speed of light. Goes at a speed of light. And that is constant everywhere. So it is called uniform in nature. So the conclusion is uniform plane wave. Since it is an equation, it should have a solution. And what is the relation between electric field and magnetic field? We will see in the next session. Thank you.